Welcome everybody to DGW Crash. Our new owner, Happy Hogan, is waiting in the ring, and we await the arrival of the general manager of Crash, Triple H, who has this groundbreaking announcement to make regarding the championships of DGW Crash.
All right, guys, what do you want?
Let's cut to the chase here, Trips. We all know that Darby Allin isn't 100% tonight, but we have a feeling he is hiding an injury from the docs.
So, you should force Darby to get checked by the docs. And when he fails to get cleared, you slip us into that championship match.
Look, you two bring up a good point. I've been on the grind and hid my share of injuries from the office. I'll have Darby checked out, and I can't emphasize this enough, that's a big if. He doesn't get cleared, I'll put you two in their spot. But don't get it twisted, you didn't earn this spot. I promised a tag team title match, and the fans here tonight are gonna get one.
Big news there by Triple H. We could possibly see the Young Bucks competing against the FunHouse for the Tag Team Championships if Darby Allin is not cleared by our medical team tonight. But my question is, the Young Bucks are so desperate to get into this championship scene that they might not have really thought this through. Because if you remember, the Young Bucks were eliminated from that tag team tournament by that team, the FunHouse. Maybe they want a second shot to prove that it was a fluke, or maybe they're overlooking their challengers. But here comes Triple H, and we are all on the edge of our seats, waiting to hear what this announcement will be and how it would shape the future of DGW Crash.
Welcome to DGW Crash. As you know, I am the new owner of DGW, and this is now a new era. And with the start of the new era, we are bringing a new look to both brands. And this will start tonight. Not only do we have a new look for the ring, but we will have new looks and some new names for the championships. But here to bring you all the info on these new championships is the general manager of DGW, Triple H.
Thank you, Happy, but most of all, thank you to all of you here tonight that support DGW. I am so proud to introduce these new championships, but this isn't just a simple redesign though. Each championship will have its own designated championship division. You can only compete for the title in your division, not including the tag team titles. Let's start this off with what used to be known as the Intercontinental Championship. This title will now be known as the DGW Roulette Championship. The roulette will be defended in open challenges, but not only will the challenger be a surprise, but so will the match type. You see, each match will have a random match type as well. You'll never have the same match twice, but now let's see the design for the new championship. Now, let's move on to the Tag Team Championships. These titles will not have a dedicated division. Any two superstars can choose to form a team and enter this division. These tag team titles will be on the line tonight. We will see Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin, or the Young Bucks, go up against the FunHouse, the winners of the tag team tournament. Up next, we have what was known as the TNT Championship. This championship will now be known as the DGW Kaiju Championship. That's right, the championship division is for the biggest and the strongest here in DGW Crash. You will have to meet the weight requirements to enter this division. If you do not meet the requirements, you cannot challenge for the championship. The Undertaker is the current holder of this championship, and he will be in action later on tonight. Next is what I like to call the heart and soul of DGW, the Women's World Championship. This championship will be handed over to its rightful owner, Rhea Ripley. Since Rhea pulled that stunt and stole the former championship on the last episode of Crash. And trust me, we won't be seeing Rhea for a long time. And finally, we have the DGW World Championship. This title will not be changed. The division is still open to the top superstars of DGW Crash, with our current champion being the Rated R superstar Edge. Look, I get it, but it is what it is.
Okay, calm down, man. Triple H, I know you've been out of the ring for a while now, but I didn't think you were already getting senile. Everyone and their mother saw me give up my right to the DGW World Championship live on the last episode of Crash. So do not disrespect your champion, but naming me as the title holder when we all know the true title holder is the one and only Kenny Omega.
Is that right? Well, the last time I checked, that is not how championships change hands here in DGW. If Kenny Omega wants to be called world champion, he will have to win the championship in a match, just like everyone else.
Trips, you're right. You're right. Look, let's make this official. Kenny Omega versus Edge for the DGW World Championship tonight.
Looks like you were reading my mind, but you stopped a bit too soon, because we will have Kenny Omega vs. Edge for the DGW World Championship tonight. But it will be a triple threat match. That's right, I won't allow a finger poke of doom in DGW. And for the third man in the match, his name is AJ Styles.
Edge not happy with that news. Looks like he wants to get in there and attack Triple H, but it's AJ Styles. Styles staring Edge back towards the Elite, causing some space between him and the general manager. Well, let's hope AJ Styles can walk out with that World Championship.
The Elite is going to pay. If we lose the titles, we will get them back. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega can't stop us. If they even try something, we are ready for them. But make no mistake, those titles are not leaving our waist.
Thanks for your support, Cody. But this fight, I don't need your help.
I started this to get revenge on the Elite for what they did to Sting. You stepped in to help me because you're a friend and I appreciate it. But this isn't your fight, dude. If I don't get cleared, you should leave this behind you and go on with your own career. This is my fight and mine to finish.
What do you mean this isn't my fight? The Elite made it my fight when they took out Sting. When they tried to take us out in the parking garage. When they took out Jon Moxley. And when they took out Stone Cold. Me and you will do whatever it takes to get back at the Elite. And nothing the Elite do can stop us.
Hey, Darby. We're ready for you now.
All right, let's get this over with.
Tensions are high for our tag team champions right now. Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin unsure if they're going to be able to compete tonight and put their titles on the line against the winners of the tag team tournament in the FunHouse. The Young Bucks have sneaked their way into this match potentially, but it's all dependent on if Darby Allin is able to be cleared. But if not, we're definitely going to see some new champions. But alright, let's take this break and we'll be back with the match. Welcome back to DGW Crash. The winners of the tag team tournament, the FunHouse, are just about to make their entrance in this tag team championship match. They beat out 8 of the top tag teams here in DGW, and they earned this spot. But the question is now in the air if the tag team champions will be able to compete in this matchup. The Young Bucks have accused Darby Allin of hiding an injury, and now Darby Allin needs to be cleared by the DGW medical team, and if he is not, the Young Bucks will compete in their place. The FunHouse have made a big splash here in DGW Crash since they have joined forces. At first, we didn't know what to think of what we were seeing. The Hardy Boys seem to be under a trance every time the Fiend is around. And the only thing is we don't see them unless they are with the Fiend. Popping up, playing mind games and everything. The Fiend even had Alexa Bliss join the team at DGW Double or Nothing. But many are accusing Alexa Bliss of being the person in charge. The secret mind behind this whole thing might be Alexa Bliss. Here are some of the names that we've seen in the tag team tournament, and the Young Bucks were in the finals, but were defeated by the FunHouse. And now, Cody Rhodes about to make his entrance, but will he be turned back, or will Darby Allin somehow be cleared and make his way down that ramp and compete and put these titles on the line?
This is it. This is when we bring back the DGW Tag Team Championships back to the Elite.
The Elite will be dripping in gold.
Yes, we will be untouchable. They might as well name them the Young Bucks Tag Team Championships because they are never leaving our side.
I can see it now.
World's longest title reign ever, the Young Bucks as the DGW Tag Team Champions.
Get a load of this guy. Why waste your time even getting your gear on? There's no way Darby is getting cleared.
Look at him, Matt. He really thinks they have a shot at walking out with those titles around their waist.
How about you just turn around, get back on that bus, and spend the rest of your night playing Metal Gear and crying yourself to sleep?
Yeah, and let a real tag team go out there and show them why we are the best in the world.
Laugh and mock all you want, but I will be walking out tonight as one half of the DGW Tag Team Champions, and that's more than you guys can say. You're out here begging for matches. You know what's funny? I'm not even going to waste my time. Save me that seat and catering, will y'all?
Wrestling has many loyal fans.
Cody Rhodes is focused 100%. He is prepared to compete in this match, even though he is not 100% sure that he will. Everyone on edge, not knowing who song's gonna play. Will Darby Allin be cleared? Darby Allin's music is playing.
Damn it, damn it, damn it! Oh, come on! The dude has got to be kidding me. He is clearly hurt.
I'm in this fight whether you like it or not. I said I was, and I'm sticking with it. You can't get rid of me, dude. I'm stubborn as hell.
He's clearly paid off the doc. He has no right being here. He is not fit to compete at all.
Don't worry, Matt. I got a plan.
There it is, folks. We got confirmation. Darby Allin is cleared and is making his way down to compete against the FunHouse. Every time people expect Darby Allin not to get up, he finds a way and gets back up. Just a reminder that these tag team titles are on the line. Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin will be having this as their second defense as a team. Darby Allin had won these championships originally with Sting, but the Young Bucks took him out, and Cody Rhodes filled in for Sting, defeating the Young Bucks once before, but now going one-on-one with the FunHouse. And I might say, the FunHouse has an upper hand because both Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin have been attacked and hurt by the Elite and might not be 100%, even though both superstars were cleared to compete tonight. And the Fiend and the Hardys have both just been on a tear recently. Darby Allin asking Cody Rhodes to start the match, and it looks as if Cody's gonna let him start it. Not knowing what to expect here. Which version of Darby Allin are we gonna see? A beat up, hurt Darby, or a Darby that's determined to win and continue to run as the DGW Tag Team Champions. Matt Hardy going low right there, reaching his hand out and kicking Darby in the gut, aiming for those injured ribs, because we know Darby was holding onto those ribs as he had that match against Sammy Guevara at DGW. Matt Hardy laughing in the face of Cody Rhodes for standing up for his friend. Oh, Matt Hardy again with a aim at the ribs, kicking Darby as hard as he could right in the ribs. Kick to the face. Matt Hardy continues these cheap shots, tagging in Jeff Hardy, and Hardy takes out Cody Rhodes. Poetry in motion, taking out Darby Allin. This looks like it might be done quick here. Matt Hardy setting up for that twist of fate. Darby Allin slowly making his way to the ring. Matt Hardy, reverse twist of fate, calling on Jeff for that swanton bomb. But Cody Rhodes just saved this matchup, pushing Jeff Hardy off of the top all the way down and crashing and burning on top of the Fiend. Alexa Bliss just laughing, and Cody Rhodes trying to take out Matt Hardy with a crossroads, but no. Jeff Hardy back in time, whisper in the wind, but Darby Allin had some time to recuperate and kick Jeff in the face, but now Darby face to face with the Fiend. Not sure if he's just hypnotized by the eyes of the Fiend, or if he's trying to measure up the Fiend. But either way, the Hardys tagged in Matt, and Darby lost his momentum, getting shoved off the top rope. But Cody here rooting and calling for Darby to get that tag. I don't want to be the one to say it, but maybe Cody Rhodes made a mistake. Oh, leg drop onto Darby Allin, and Cody breaking up the count. Bionic elbow to Matt Hardy. But like I was saying, maybe Cody made a mistake by letting Darby Allin start off this matchup. With all the questions in the air of how hurt Darby might have been, maybe Cody Rhodes should have started off this match. Darby's not moving even though Cody's calling for him to make the tag. This is a perfect opportunity. But Darby gets it. Matt Hardy. Disaster kick to Matt Hardy. Cody Rhodes ducks that with a Cody cutter to Jeff. Cross Rhodes, but no. The Young Bucks interrupting the matchup. Unhappy that they weren't able to compete in the match. Probably don't want to watch Cody and Darby walk out victorious. Cody Rhodes telling them, get in here. What the heck? The Fiend! The Fiend just took out both of the Young Bucks, but Matt Hardy, oh, he got it! Matt Hardy rode up Cody Rhodes, and Darby Allin was too slow in breaking it up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have new tag team champions in Matt and Jeff Hardy. The Young Bucks are out here causing that distraction for Matt Hardy to roll up Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes just looks distraught. And you can imagine what Cody Rhodes is feeling right now. Cody Rhodes lost his TNT Championship to The Undertaker at Double or Nothing. And now, his first match back in this tag team matchup, loses the tag team championships for his team. But Cody Rhodes raising up the arm of Darby Allin, showing respect and how proud he is of his partner. What the heck? It's the Hitman! The Elite Hitman, or some say it's Kenny Omega's Hitman, just gave Cody Rhodes a buckshot lariat out of nowhere. Darby Allin, he's no way. And he hits Darby with a deadeye. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have a glimpse behind the mask of the Hitman based off of those two moves there. And Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin taken out again. The Elite is not gonna stop until all of these guys are gone from DGW for good. Austin is out. Jon Moxley is out. And possibly now Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin. What's this? It's Jon Moxley! Jon Moxley is back! And scared off the Hitman, but had to make a choice. Chase down the Hitman or check up on his friends. And it looks like Jon Moxley might have made the right choice, because it looks like he's not going to be able to do this on his own. The Elite has been one step ahead every step of the way.
I am here with the DGW Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. Rhea, we were all introduced to this new championship design. How do you feel to have it around your shoulder? And what are your plans for the title?
Renee, it's an odd feeling. I have so much joy having this belt around my shoulder. But I have some unfinished business with Riho that I won't be able to settle for a while. But I'm ready for any and all challengers that want a piece of my championship.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear you say, Rhea. I am now a part of DGW Crash, and my eyes are set on that championship. So, what do you say? Charolette Flair one-on-one against Rhea Ripley for that title tonight.
Get in the back of the line, Flair. You won't use your nepotism to get to the title picture when I'm around. If anyone has earned a shot, it's me. Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D. I am the most talented, athletic, and best-looking wrestler to sign to DGW. And I can prove it in that ring every single night.
Look, how about you two settle this in the ring tonight, and I will deal with the winner.
If you have the guts, you'll meet me out there and we will see who earns this spot.
I'll see you there.
All right, let's get back to the action.
Alright guys, we got a new match lined up for you guys tonight. And Britt Baker going one-on-one with Charolette Flair. But up next, we got the new Kaiju Championship. Undertaker going one-on-one with Bobby Lashley. This will not be a championship match, but we at least get to see the champion in action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to DGW Crash. We have the Kaiju Champion in action. Next, it's gonna be The Undertaker versus the Almighty Bobby Lashley. And here comes Bobby Lashley to the ring. We did see Bobby Lashley in that multi-man ladder match at DGW Double or Nothing for the DGW Extreme Championship. Unfortunately, he did not win it, but he was then drafted here to Crash. And earlier tonight, we had our very own Renee Paquette interview Bobby Lashley about his thoughts of facing The Undertaker tonight. And here's what he had to say.
I'm here with the Almighty Bobby Lashley. How are you feeling with the announcement of the Kaiju Championship, and what changed, if anything, in your approach in your match against The Undertaker later tonight?
I love the Kaiju Championship. But my problem is with the current holder of this beautiful, prestigious, and highly regarded championship. The Undertaker is on one last run to prove he can still hang with the big boys, yet he beats an injured Cody Rhodes, and I'm supposed to respect that? Nah. Taker, he needs to hang it up. He's past his prime, and I've been around too long to let someone like him overshadow me. I'm gonna go out there and show you why Bobby Lashley is the king of the monsters.
Those were some big words by Bobby Lashley. Now we find out if he can walk the walk as good as he talks the talk. Here he comes, The Undertaker. Bringing back this entrance here. Lately, Undertaker's been coming out with the bike, that motorcycle, the pants, the tank. But it looks like now we're bringing back the dead man. Here he is in all of his glory with that brand new DGW Kaiju Championship. The Undertaker's career is one to take note of. Every accomplishment he has and the longevity his career has had is undeniable. But here he is, extending on that legacy here at DGW, trying to prove that he can still go and that he still has that fight in him. We saw him hang with some of DGW's best in that multi-man #1 contendership match for the TNT Championship, and we saw him at DGW Double or Nothing defeat Cody Rhodes and become the champion. But were they flukes or were they the real deal? Here is the first step into finding out, because Cody Rhodes was injured like Bobby Lashley brought up. But here it is, Lashley staring. Oh, the disrespect by Lashley. Undertaker not a fan of it. You heard what Bobby Lashley had to say with Renee and Undertaker here. With the fury of punches of Bobby Lashley knocking him down to a knee. Lashley with a cheap shot lariat, stomping a mudhole into the Undertaker. And the bell rings. Bobby Lashley's gonna end it. No, Undertaker escaped. flying clothesline. Undertaker with another fury of punches. Lashley, that German suplex, but Undertaker got out of it. Already, these big men are moving like they are cruiserweights. But with those strong hits showing the power behind every blow, like that right there. Hard kick to the back. And Bobby Lashley with a heel hook. Submission onto the Undertaker, using that MMA experience to try to get the win here. Lashley using the technique of chopping the tree down from the bottom. Each strike and each move done strategically to take the Undertaker off of his feet. That's one thing the Undertaker is known for. He rarely leaves his feet. And the Undertaker with very little offense trying to get out of this. Getting out of it, there he is. Elbows to the shin of Lashley, making him let go. Looked like the last elbow hit right underneath the knee. Lashley crawling, trying to get back on his feet here. Undertaker taking the time to recuperate, try to get back into the fight. Undertaker looking a little gassed. He might be biting more than he can chew here with Lashley, but Lashley down, the knee still bothering him. Taker taking advantage with the strikes to Bobby. He got him in the corner. The best striker in the game, the Undertaker. But look at him, taking a moment to catch his breath. Not really taking advantage of the situation. He's allowing Bobby Lashley to recuperate. And there it is, Lashley. Lashley with some type of snake eyes, slamming his head into the turnbuckle. No! Lashley went for a spear through the ropes. Undertaker with the reversal and the big leg drop. Cutting Lashley's shoulder blades right at the edge of that steel metal bar of the ring, that apron, considered the hardest part of the ring. Now both of them down and out, taking a breather. Undertaker might be over his head here with Lashley. The power and the speed of Lashley might be a little too much for the Undertaker to handle. The referee counting them out. Undertaker rolls back into the ring. At 9.5, Bobby Lashley made it back into the ring, saving himself and saving the matchup. The Undertaker rises up. He's not over yet. Somehow with a second win, the Undertaker's back on his feet. Staring down Bobby Lashley, challenging him. Ducks that lariat, strikes to the ribs into the face. Taker grabbing the arm of Lashley. I think he's thinking old school. And he is! Taker walking up the turnbuckle, walking the tightrope, but Lashley with the reversal. The Dominator right there. Undertaker's out. Lashley needs to take advantage. Lashley might be wasting critical time, trying to prove something here. He looks upset. Maybe he's upset the Undertaker keeps getting the advantage over him. Lashley trying to signal for the... Oh, Undertaker! Shot to that shin from earlier, knocking him down and catching him in the Hell's Gate. Can this be it for Bobby Lashley. Lashley trying to fight out of it, keeping his arms up, making sure not to mistake for a tap. There it is. He taps out. Lashley taps out. Somehow, The Undertaker survived Bobby Lashley. And I think that right there is the key word. As you see here in this replay, The Undertaker was out, but his experience in the ring took over, and he hit Bobby Lashley in that injured shin, or that hurt shin, knocking him down and catching him in that Hell's Gate, giving him the advantage and the ability to win this matchup. But since the bell has rung, The Undertaker hasn't moved. He's laying there, catching his breath, just wasted here. And Lashley as well. Looks like he's at the edge of passing out. Both men came out here with full intensity and hard hits. But luckily, The Undertaker's experience paid off and gave him that win. Drew McIntyre is here, ladies and gentlemen. We know he has a title match lined up against The Undertaker. But let's see what he has to say here.
Undertaker, I made a challenge for that championship of yours last week, and you accepted. I was thrilled to have my shot, but I get to the building and hear that you were in a non-title match against Lashley. At first I was upset, but then I realized that I have my title match lined up. Why not let you beat yourself up? It makes my job easier. I actually came out here to tell you that our match would take place at DGW Survivor Series.
What the? DGW Survivor Series. Confirmed by Drew McIntyre.
I know it'll be ready, but please make sure not to have a hip give out before then.
Cheap shots by McIntyre.
I want to enjoy hitting you with a claymore to the face and pinning you 1, 2, 3.
McIntyre dropping the bombshell right there. Not only are we going to be seeing this championship match between The Undertaker and Drew McIntyre for that new DGW Kaiju Championship, but we're going to be watching that match at DGW Survivor Series. What's going on, Moxley? Attacking Hangman.
I found you, you son of... I found you.
What the hell is going on here, Moxley? After everything the Elite has done, you're going to act just like them? I should fine you for this. No, I should suspend you.
No, don't fine him, don't suspend him. I want him in a match, on the next episode of Crash.
You're lucky I'm still in a good mood from the night we just had, but if that's how you want this dealt with, then it's done. Both of you in a match on the next episode of DGW Crash.
That works for me. Just don't try to find me after I end his career for trying to end mine.
Crazy events backstage. Jon Moxley thinking he's found the Hitman in Hangman Adam Page following the attack earlier on Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin. Is Hangman the Hitman? Who knows? But for sure, we know up next, we're going to have Britt Baker go one-on-one with Charolette Flair. The number 1 contender spot is on the line. The winner will go on to face Rhea Ripley. And in the main event, we got AJ Styles going up against Kenny Omega and the World Champion Edge in a triple threat title match for the DGW World Championship. Can AJ Styles overcome the Elite?
Hey look, we're okay. You can stop worrying about us. We need to be focused on taking out the Elite.
What do you mean? I found Hangman and took him out. I got a match against him on the next episode of Crash.
You don't seriously think that Hangman is the Hitman, do you?
I think it's a possibility. Putting aside the fact that the Hitman used Hangman's moves, Adam Page has a history with the Elite. Is it that hard to believe that they might have rekindled their friendship?
Exactly. The Hitman needs to be stopped. And if Hangman is just a casualty, then it is what it is. I cannot leave any stone unturned.
No way, man. They're trying to distract us so they can stay one step ahead of us. Come on, Cody, help me out here.
The Elite has cost me 2 championships, and they have injured me. They took out Sting, and they took out Stone Cold. All I know, if you don't win that title tonight, I will.
Come on, Cody. Don't do that. You know that they want us to start turning on each other.
It's all good. I'll go talk to him. Yo, Cody, wait up!
Cody Rhodes doesn't seem too happy. Seems like he's in his head a bit. But AJ Styles needs to stay focused on his main event title match. But here we go. We got Britt Baker D.M.D coming to the ring. She's going to be facing Charolette Flair for a number 1 contendership spot for Rhea Ripley's DGW Women's Championship. Here she comes, Britt Baker, as confident as I've ever seen her, but she has a big challenge ahead of her tonight in Charolette Flair. Charolette Flair is a bona fide Hall of Famer. Britt Baker's on her way, but she still has a lot to prove here at DGW. Britt Baker was previously on the number 1 contendership match when she faced off against Rhea Ripley for that briefcase that Ripley cashed in to beat Riho. She lost against Rhea Ripley, and I guarantee she is not going to allow herself to lose here tonight. But I wonder how much of an impact it's going to be to her psyche if she does lose here tonight to Charolette Flair. And speaking of Charolette, here she comes. Multi-time world champion. She's gone and main evented WrestleMania, but this is her first match here in DGW. This is her DGW debut. And the best opponent for her here tonight is Britt Baker. They both have a lot to prove. Big chips on their shoulders. Britt Baker accused Charolette Flair of using her nepotism to reach the top of the card here in DGW. But Charolette Flair isn't having any of that. She knows she works hard and she proves herself in the ring. Her body of work proves everything for her. But now she needs to prove it to Britt Baker. Oh, the disrespect to the face of Britt Baker, and Britt Baker's not having it. Face to face. Britt Baker and Charolette Flair, and Charlotte shoves her off. The buff ref here having to get in between them to get this match started. Here we go with a collar and elbow tie-up. Britt Baker overpowering Charolette Flair here. Charlotte asking the ref to break them up. Britt Baker not too happy there. But Charlotte's grinning. I guess that got her a little bit impressed. And here they go with another collar and elbow tie-up. Britt Baker again seems to be overpowering Charlotte, getting the best of her right at this moment. Charlotte struggling, can't seem to get the upper hand, but there it is. Charlotte goes for the cheap shot with the knees to the ribs and a swinging neck breaker, and showing off with that kick up. And an unnecessary kick to the head. Charolette Flair is cementing her dominance over Britt Baker, followed up with a fall-away slam. And Rhodes crawls to the corner as Charolette Flair grins. Charlotte with the chops. Oh, Britt Baker falling to her knees, and another kick to the back of the head. The fans not appreciating that from Charolette Flair. And it looks like she's going for national selection. No! Britt Baker faked it out, and she's got in the lockjaw. She's got it in. Charolette Flair might have all her momentum gone. She just lost it all. She might even tap out right here. Britt Baker has it locked in tight. In the middle of the ring, Charlotte has nowhere to go, but she turns it over to a pin. And at the last second, Britt lets go and gets her shoulder up. Charlotte rolling out of the ring, needing some time to reassess herself, because she just got seconds away from losing this matchup. Oh, Britt Baker with the tope onto Charlotte over this announce table, almost taking me out. And now Charlotte rolling in pain right onto those ribs. Her back hit this table pretty hard, and now Britt Baker with the strikes, letting out her frustration. Charlotte escaped, but not for long. Oh. Exchanging blows, and now they're all hockey fight has broken out here at DGW. And it looks like they knocked each other out. The referee counting them down. They need to get back into the ring in order to continue this matchup. Both look dazed. Up to 5 now. Halfway there. Charolette Flair's moving. She makes it in at 7. Britt Baker's moving. Oh, at the last millisecond, Baker made it back into the ring, stopping the countout. Now both women here staring at each other, knowing that the war is not over. Charlotte for the strike. No, Britt with the reversal. Spinning forearm. And a super kick lands on Charlotte. Rebounds off the ropes and a big boot. The big boot knocks Britt Baker on her knees. Charlotte Flair, I think she's thinking spear. She's going for it. But no, Britt Baker turns it around and gets her with a sling blade out of nowhere. Charlotte Flair is rocked. Britt Baker slowly crawling to the ropes, gaining back the momentum that she lost earlier in this matchup. Running knee coming up. No, Charlotte Flair reverses with the neck breaker and slams her face into the turnbuckle. Nacho selection out of nowhere. And she's got it. Charlotte Flair is our new #1 contender. But look at that, folks. Britt Baker's foot was on the bottom rope. Let's take a look at this replay and see if she got it on there on time. There it was, natural selection. There it is at the 2 count. The referee missed the foot. And Charlotte Flair is moving on as our #1 contender. Britt Baker unsatisfied with the conclusion here. She knows that Charlotte Flair didn't beat her. And this is going to be hanging over her shoulder for a while. She lost the last #1 contender spot match with Rhea Ripley. Now she loses that opportunity again to Charlotte Flair. But alright guys, Charlotte Flair has a championship match coming up soon. But up next is our main event of the evening. We have the DGW World Championship on the line when the Rated R Superstar Edge goes up against Kenny Omega and AJ Styles. Can AJ Styles walk out with that championship, finally taking it off the hands of the Elite? Or will the Elite find a way to keep the title on their hands? But alright guys, thank you for watching. But up next is the big show, so don't miss it. It's gonna be full of action.
Looking forward to what you guys will bring to the tag team division here in DGW Crash. Actually, you guys will be in action on the next episode of Crash when you go up against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
This division doesn't even know what's coming. My little bro Jay and I will be putting everyone in the penitentiary. Yeah, that's right. The USOs will be holding up those tag titles in no time. Ain't that right, Jay? 4 letters, 1 word.
The tag team division is now on notice. We've got the Usos making their in-ring debut next week on DGW Crash. But up next, we've got the main event of the evening. The World Championship is on the line. Kenny Omega wants to be called the DGW World Champion, but Triple H will not allow it unless Kenny Omega wins the title in a sanctioned match. Kenny Omega and Edge tried to get a one-on-one match, but Triple H didn't fall for it. He made it a triple threat match to keep the integrity of the championship intact, adding AJ Styles to this matchup. It's gonna be a triple threat for this DGW World Championship. Can AJ Styles take the title out of the Elite's hands, or will the numbers game play to be too much for AJ Styles? Here he comes. AJ Styles had a bit of a confrontation backstage with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes obviously upset for losing the DGW Tag Team Titles to the Hardys at the start of the show due to the interference of the Young Bucks. And he might be kind of taking it out on the team. But AJ Styles is here to try to set things straight and set back the Elite. It honestly makes me think AJ Styles really has no reason to be teamed up with Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin other than the fact that they all hate the Elite and that the Elite is in their way of their goals. AJ Styles' goal is to become world champion. He said that since his debut here at DGW, and he is still trying to make that a reality. And this man right here has the same goal, to be world champion and to have the Elite hold all the gold at DGW Crash. But since losing the title to Stone Cold, he has been injured, coming around in a neck brace and a wheelchair. But this time, he is been cleared to compete. Although if you were to ask him, he would say otherwise. He feels that this is his only opportunity to try to get that title and being called world champion. And AJ Styles butted in, and so did Triple H. But here comes his partner in crime, a member of the Elite, who seems to be on a mission to do anything he can to make sure he gets the approval of Kenny Omega. He wants to just prove himself to Kenny and just get all in Kenny's good favor. And I really can't tell why. Edge has had a Hall of Fame career, and here he is playing second fiddle to Kenny Omega. Don't know what type of spell he has him on, but it's working. And here's a reminder, folks, that this triple threat match is for the DGW World Championship. The winner of this match will walk out champion, and Edge does not need to be pinned to lose the title. And that paints a big target on Kenny Omega, who is claiming he isn't even cleared to compete, and makes him an easy target for AJ Styles. But we know that Edge is going to be doing all he can to protect all. Playing mind games here with the two sweets. Something started in the Bullet Club that AJ Styles was a part of back in the day. AJ Styles not taking the offering, but the referee not letting AJ Styles go. Edge smacked Styles in the face with the World Championship. The bell has not rang, but once it does, it's triple threat rules, and there is no disqualifications. And AJ Styles is laid out as Kenny Omega just daggers into this championship, determined to make it his. And AJ Styles slowly getting back up after that title belt to the face, and the Edge waiting, measuring him up for that spear, and it lands. Oh, Kenny Omega wants to get the pin. AJ Styles with a kick out at 2. AJ caught Kenny Omega's leg, but Edge again getting in the way. And Edge now stomping on the back and the head of AJ Styles, yanking the jacket vest off in the kick to the face, unnecessary kick to the face. Edge already doing all he can to keep Kenny Omega free of harm. And Kenny Omega doesn't seem to be expecting to do any actual wrestling in this matchup. It looks like he's just planning on sitting back and watching Edge do all the work. Edge here with that slow pace, kind of playing with his food here. I'm not sure that's the smartest thing to do against an opponent like AJ Styles, who has a lot of resiliency and heart. And here it is, reversal and a Pele kick to the head of Edge, and Styles staring, running for Omega as he rolls out, and Styles grabs the championship. AJ blocks the punch and he hits Edge in the face, getting payback for that shot earlier. Kenny Omega looks a little worried here, staring at Edge. He's busted open. That shot from the title to the face of Edge, busting him open. AJ Styles with a running forearm to the face. Oh, jumping knee to the face again. Oh my gosh. Kenny Omega landing a low blow onto AJ Styles. Edge realizing what's going on. Kenny Omega calling for another spear, and there it is. Edge going for the pin, but Kenny Omega once again not allowing the referee to get down to hit the pin. Staring at Edge with kind of disappointment or irritation. Edge realizing and backing off the pin. Kenny Omega again with a one-footed pin, and he trips over the referee, tweaking his neck. It looks like he's in pain. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe Kenny Omega wasn't really cleared like he claimed. Edge upset, letting that anger out on AJ Styles, who clearly wasn't responsible for Kenny Omega getting hurt here. That was just a series of unfortunate events where he tripped over our referee, and maybe his neck is sensitive, and the doc is here checking up on him, making sure that he's okay. AJ Styles having time to recover as Edge is concerned for Kenny Omega, but Edge again with that spinning wheel kick. And now fury of punches to the face of AJ Styles, and he's choking AJ Styles. He's trying to choke him out. AJ Styles Styles trying to fight it, but he can't seem to overpower Edge. After all the damage he's taken, the referee getting involved, trying to save the life of AJ Styles, and Edge lets go. AJ Styles gasping for air here. Edge is just in a fit of rage. He's seeing red. And the doctor out here bringing out the stretcher for Kenny Omega. It's not looking good for him now. Things have turned crazy real quick. AJ Styles is about to get choked out. Kenny Omega's now on a stretcher, and Edge seems to have just realized what was going on outside.
Kenny, how are you feeling? Can you move? We need you to win this title. What about the damn plan?
I'm fine. Go back to the match. Stick to the plan, and if worse comes to worse, just keep the title on the Elite's hands.
Styles is going to regret hurting you.
Oh my gosh, AJ Styles with a baseball slide drop kick to the face of Edge, pushing him over onto Kenny Omega and tipping the stretcher to its side. The crowd is going crazy, and I don't blame them. That might have been exactly what AJ needed, and he's bringing in Kenny Omega. Just what he's been looking for. He's been waiting to get his hands on Kenny since Kenny Omega is basically getting involved during his number one contendership match and his title matches in the past. Kenny begging AJ not to hurt him. AJ Styles not caring. He's picking him up, setting up for the Styles Clash, but Kenny Omega is going crazy trying to find any way out of the move. He's holding on to the ropes, and Edge out of nowhere with a chair to the back of the knee of AJ Styles. Styles looks like he's in a lot of pain after that. It's going to affect a lot of the offense that AJ Styles has in his arsenal. Edge with a smirk on his face, watching AJ Styles squirm after that chair shot to the leg. And another shot to the knee. Oh! Now a shot to the back with the chair. AJ Styles just lost all that momentum he had. Maybe going after Kenny Omega wasn't the right choice. Oh, Edge again with another shot. And he's going back to check on Kenny as AJ trying to get back onto his feet and collapsing on himself. AJ Styles slowly getting back onto his feet. And Edge again with a kick to the knee. Setting it up and an execution on the steel chair. As Kenny Omega calls for another spear here. Edge measuring Styles up. And Styles collapses and Edge almost hit Kenny Omega with that spear. AJ Styles with a jumping lariat, squishing Edge into Kenny Omega against that turnbuckle. And Kenny Omega rolled out of the ring. But now AJ Styles grasping at that knee. AJ Styles stopping Edge from grabbing that chair and kicking it away. Edge on his knees, begging Styles. First Kenny Omega, now Edge are begging for mercy from AJ Styles. But I fail to believe that AJ's gonna give it. And his combo right here, lariat, ripping Edge over. This will be the perfect opportunity for AJ Styles to take advantage of the momentum. But that leg is keeping him down, not allowing him to move fast and keep and maintaining this momentum he is building up. His Edge here starting to move a bit. He might be able to make it to his feet before AJ Styles. We just have to play it by ear here. Although Styles hasn't had much offense, the few offense he has connected onto Edge, he's made it count. Big shots, big kicks to the head of Edge, making him a bit groggy. And Styles using the ropes to get to his feet here. Running arm drags. And then there it is, that leg again. AJ Styles with a running forearm to the face of Edge as he hangs off of the apron. That looked devastating. His full momentum right into that face of Edge. That might just be enough to get him the World Championship. But Styles does not look satisfied. And as you see Kenny Omega still on the ground ringside, not moving. And Styles climbing the apron, setting up for a phenomenal forearm, but the Young Bucks. It's like I said, this match is no disqualification. And the Young Bucks, of course, are going to make their way to the ring and interrupt this matchup, giving the Elite any advantage that they can have. With the Elite, it's always a numbers game. Always. But no, look at this! The Young Bucks are laid out backstage as we see Jon Moxley stomping a mud hole into Matt Jackson.
You're up.
Darby Allin on top of the scaffolding. Oh my gosh, just hit a huge coffin drop onto both of the Young Bucks as Jon Moxley watches on. Edge saw what happened, not so happy. For an arm reversed. AJ Styles kicking out at 2.9. Now let's go back to this replay real quick. You can see AJ Styles had it all set up for that phenomenal forearm, but somehow Edge grabbed that Phil Nelson Bulldog right onto the chair. And somehow, just probably instincts, AJ Styles kicks out at 2.9. Edge moving Styles' head onto the chair and rolls out and grabs a second chair. Is he thinking what I'm thinking? Is Edge gonna go for a concerto here? The referee trying to stop Edge, but Edge scaring him off. He's going for that concerto, but Cody Rhodes is here. Oh, slap Edge hit that chair on the ropes and it ricocheted and hit him in the face. Cody Rhodes staring at Styles. Oh, crossroads onto the steel chair. Cody offering Edge to Styles on a silver platter. And Cody now leaving. Styles goes for the phenomenal forearm. But Kenny Omega out of nowhere with a V-trigger. How is he even moving like this? And he wins it. Cody Rhodes, unaware of what conspired in the ring as he was walking away. And now, our new world champion is Kenny Omega. But we're here with more questions than answers after what we just saw. Kenny Omega got up, ran into the ring, and hit a V-trigger, a perfect V-trigger to the back of the head of AJ Styles, picked him up and tossed him out of the ring, ran over and pinned Edge. And for a man who was not cleared, and Cody Rhodes charging at Kenny Omega, oh my gosh, losing his temper here and pushing the referee onto the ground. Kenny Omega shoving it into the face of Cody Rhodes that he is now the new DGW World Champion. But that is all for this episode of DGW Crash. But when it comes to DGW, the action is never over. Because up next, we're going to have the episode 2 of DGW Wrecked, with a lot of action to come. And first of all, we got the light heavyweight championship on the line with Dominic Mysterio going up against Rey Mysterio. We also see the fallout of Logan Paul defeating CM Punk for that Extreme Championship, teaming up with Miro and taking out Punk after he survived the long gauntlet match. And in the main event, we have the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns going up against Finn Balor. Finn Balor defeated Penta to gain this spot in this matchup to face Roman Reigns. The winner of this match will face Rey Fénix for the championship. Let's wait and see who walks out victorious.